Hello guys, today we see Russia versus the European Union. Let's welcome our data on the YouTube channel DataDuck. Government, a federal semi-presidential republic under a centralized authoritarian government for Russia, and for the European Union, an intergovernmental organization. The head is Vladimir Putin in his role as president, while for the EU, it's Ursula von der Leyen in her role as president of the Commission. Members, Russia is one country with 85 federal subjects, while the European Union has 27 countries. Largest divisions, the Sakha Republic at 3.1 million square kilometers for Russia. For the EU, France is more than 551,000 square kilometers, Krasnoyarsk Krai is 2.33 million, and Spain is 504,000 square kilometers. Most populated divisions, Moscow with 12.6 million and Moscow Oblast with 6.6 million for Russia. For the EU, Germany has 84.2 million and France has 67.4 million. Total area, Russia is 17.09 million square kilometers, and the EU is 4.23 million square kilometers. Population, Russia has 145 million, while the European Union has 447 million. Density, 8.4 per kilometer squared for Russia, and 26 per square kilometer for the EU. GDP nominal, Russia's is $1.83 trillion, and the EU's is $17.4 trillion. GDP per capita, Russia's is $12,575, and the EU's is nearly $41,000. GDP PPP, Russia's is $4.36 trillion, and the EU's is $21 trillion. GDP per capita PPP, Russia's is $30,013, and the EU's is $46,582. HDI, Russia is 0.824, and the EU is 0.911. Both are very high numbers. Number of billionaires, Russia has 117, and the EU has 392. Military comparison. Active personnel, both have more than 1 million active personnel. Reserve personnel, Russia has 2 million, the EU has 1.92 million. Battle tanks, Russia has 12,428, the EU has 016. Aircraft, Russia has 4,173, the EU has 5,614. Warships, Russia has 603, the EU has 1,305. Aircraft carriers, Russia has 1, the EU has 4. Submarines, Russia has 64, the EU has 51. Nuclear weapons, Russia has 6,257, the EU has 290. Defense budget, Russia's is $70 billion, and the EU's is $201.5 billion. Olympic performance. Total Olympic medals, Russia has 546, the EU has 6313. Gold, Russia has 195, the EU has 1904. Silver, Russia has 165, the EU has 2105. Bronze, Russia has 186, the EU has 2305. Internet users, Russia has 124 million, covered by 85.5% of its population. The EU has 316.6 million, covered by 86.6% of its population. Currency name, the Russian ruble, where $1 equals 60.30 rubles. For the EU, it's the euro, where $1 equals 1 euro. Religion percentage, Christianity is dominated by both regions. Most spoken language, the Russian language with 116.4 million speakers, and the German language with 95 million. Longest river, for Russia, the Yenisei River has a length of 5,539 kilometers. For the EU, the Danube River is 2,888 kilometers. Longest bridge. Russia, Crimean Bridge at 18.1 kilometers. EU, Vasco da Gama Bridge at 12.3 kilometers. Russia, Tongjang National Railway Bridge at 7.2 kilometers. EU, Amslen Test Facility Bridge with a length of 12 kilometers. Most populated city. Russia, Moscow with 12.6 million, St. Petersburg with 5.5 million. EU, Paris with 11.14 million, Madrid with 6.7 million. Richest city by GDP. Russia, Moscow at $505 billion, St. Petersburg at $86 billion. EU, Paris at $934 billion, London at $636 billion. Tallest building. Russia, Lochte Center at 462 meters, Federation Tower at 374 meters. EU, the Shard at 310 meters, Commerzbank Tower at 258 meters. Largest mall, Greenwich Mall at 2.788 million feet square for Russia, and the Mediterranean Cosmos at 1 million feet square for the EU. The biggest stadiums. Russia, Gazprom Arena and Luzhniki Stadium, both more than 78,000, Krestovsky Stadium at 67,000. EU, Camp Nou at 99,354, Croke Park at 82,300. Tallest statue. Russia, the Motherland Calls at 85 meters, Alyosha Monument at 35.5 meters. EU, Christ the King at 36 meters, Birth of the New Man at 35 meters. Richest person. Russia, Vladimir Lisin at $18.4 billion, Leonid Michelson at $17.3 billion. EU, Bernard Arnault at $167 billion, Françoise Bettencourt Myers at $74.8 billion. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel.